Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Let's take a look at the newest Dokkan Fest, Lord Slug. Let's see how good this bad boy is going to be. This is going to be the Rainbow Level 10 Link video. I'm just going to Rainbow him now. I haven't started Link leveling him all the way quite yet. But, you know, we're just going to give him the Rainbow Star. We're going to, you know, go through the build I gave him and stuff like that. And then once we go into an event, obviously, we will be Link level 10. So, let's go and take a look at what I went with here. So, okay. I've actually found that a build like this does work really, really well, actually. This kind of balanced build. Like Physical Rose, I've had a build like this. Like this will work. Mainly what I was looking for with equips is I just wanted to get as many points as possible with equips. Luckily, I did manage to get Space Traveling Warrior 2 crit, 2 dodge for bronze. You could get some 4-point for bronze, which is really helpful. And then I gave him this right here. This is a 4 additional 5 crit. So that is 9 points right there. So with some really elite equips here on Slug, I was able to get a pretty good build right here. So he has a built-in additional. So we're going to have, you know, 20% chances to get the hidden potential system. Reasonable enough for me. I'm fine with it. We're going to have the 32% chance to crit on all of his attacks, which is, again, a 1 1/3, basically. I'll take it. And then we have a 20% chance to dodge as well. A little bit of extra defense. I think that this will work well. If you're not a dodge person, I mean, crit is solid, additional is solid. I think raw defense will work well with Slug as well, with his 66% damage reduction. I think you could go raw defense. I don't really... raw attack, nah, I'm not really seeing it so much with him. So I think pretty much anything except for raw attack. So raw defense, crit, additional dodge, any of those four, I think would be good builds here. Remember, I would try and heavily encourage you guys to give yourselves, your characters, the chance to do everything. I think is really important. You know, with all the way the different structures of these difficult fights and stuff like that. So, all right, let's jump in. Let's see how good Goat Slug is. All right, so we are here. This is nice. It's my Slug. Okay. Now that we're on day 2 of Lord Slug actually existing in this game, I am seeing, you know, quite a few more Lord Slugs in the friends list, which is good. So now we've got our boy Rainbowed, Link level 10. I mean, he's ready to enter into the milking chambers, into the juicing session. Damn, this is a really strong opening rotation for Slug. We'd be able to get basically all of his links activated. So, remember, Slug's link set here, he has Demonic Ways, Metamorphosis, Namekians, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, Nightmare, Fierce Battle. Namekians is a link we're almost never going to have active. To be fair, we could run Namekian characters on his team, which certainly could help quite a bit, right? You know, well, I mean, if they were good. The thing is that, like, the Vegeta and the Piccolo don't really synergize super well. I'd need to double-check what all-out struggle characters exist on Slug's team, but that category is mostly just hero characters, superclass characters, so... it's like, right now, Namekians are not going to have a huge impact on Slug's team. Unless, you know, we could see them easy this guy right here. Here, let me actually just put him up on screen real quick. This guy could easy during the celebration. And if he does, in my opinion, I think now is the correct time to easy him. You know, are we going to have a time in history in Dokkan again where Slug is going to be this good? Maybe. You know, LR Slug or something could happen. I'm going to do this. I think our best chance... I want Slug in the middle on this first turn. This is a really good opening rotation for him. He is going to look really good. But there's a chance we could die. Slug could go in slot 1. He'd be able to tank effortlessly against this UI Goku. Remember, Slug, you know, he builds up by attacking with 4 attacks up to 200% extra stats. But once he's built up, he's built up. Slug isn't really getting a lot of defense when he attacks, besides the super attack effect. You know, against, you know, Bulma or Goku and Frieza or something like that, like, yeah, slot 1 is not really going to work, but against, like, a lower level of boss, Slug would be able to hang in there. And then, remember, he could heal at the end of turn. Please don't kill us. Yes. Beautiful. This is a good character for slot 3, right? They're a dodging support type character. Definitely a great run. Like I do like what they did with this character, but obviously we just don't really want to run them in slot 1 usually. This is just a showcase where we specifically want to see, you know, Slug's capabilities, right? All right, yep, they're doing their thing. This is what they do. Okay. Sure. We'll take it. Good opener for them. Good opener for them for sure. UI Goku's not gonna be able to kill them. Okay, yep, here we go. Yeah, I mean it is funny. We go from the AMX Saga Celebration where most of the characters, you know, we're just kind of like scratching our head like, what the fuck? And then we go into the Slug characters who are looking pretty good. All right, only 9.6 right there, not the craziest. He does need to build up. He has an additional 70% chance to super. We got a crit right there. Of course, additional normal. Let's see, do we get the hidden potential system? We don't. Okay. So, we did get a crit on the first super. But we did fail, unfortunately, the 70% proc. That's kind of unfortunate. Hopefully we'll get better luck. Oh, please don't kill him. Okay. Dude, Kid Buu, we've seen 1,000 times Kid Buu killed in this fight. This is one of my favorite showcase fights because Tech UI Goku supers for right around 3 million. It's a little bit less, but he supers for right around 3 million, and it's static in slot 2. So it's perfect to where we could see how characters could do typically in a good situation for them, right? So I love doing showcases in here. All right, this is a 79% Slug friend. Nothing really too crazy. No sticker-rooski on him either. Silly Billy. Let's just skip to my Slug. All right, guys, here we're on our next rotation. Unfortunately, no big bad bosses is going to come in on this turn. Kind of a consequence of Buhan not having big bad bosses until he transforms. Slug should still be very capable in slot 1 right here. Yeah, let's check this out. So, Buu Tanks would give us just Metamorphosis and Fierce Battle. Metamorphosis is powerful, but we're going to link up a little bit better next to Angela and, what is it, Meta Maka? Alright, so 2 attacks from Slug, and he's going to be fully built up. You could give Slug full additional to kind of build him up faster. Like, I do see the vision, as I explained earlier, but no matter what, well, I guess I mean, pretty much no matter what, you're going to have Slug built up at the end of a second turn anyway. It's not like it really builds you up that much faster, so I don't know. I feel like everything has a good argument for, but it's not like you're going to build up Slug too much faster. I think maybe, like, a turn 1 triple super would be huge if you're fighting, like, Super Gogeta, for sure, right? Like, you know, Gogeta with his 4 million turn 1. I think Slug should be able to tank it as well. Let's see how Slug does right here. If UI Goku throws up the super right away. So, remember, Slug has 66% damage reduction. And we need 2 more attacks to fully build him up. No dodges at all. Okay, sure. All right, we're up to 14 million right here. Yeah, he's, you know, building up quite a bit. On our next attack, after the next attack, will be fully built up. Okay, here we go. There's a super. All right, so I'd love for him to get 1 more, and we could see what the attack set's going to be. Remember, we get a lot of support from the banner unit. No hidden potential system. Okay. All right. Decent so far from Goat Slug. I should mention, too, remember that the domain is up right now, which is giving us, you know, extra stats to the entire team, right? So Slug is also going to function. Domain support is a bit weird because it's like we could talk about it right now, and it's very meaningful right now, but, I mean, remember, in the future, like, if there's other domains that are going to take precedent, then, like, we're not going to be using Slug's domain. It gets a little odd to talk about. Huh, yeah, this character. As long as we're not fighting Goku and Frieza, I mean, this character's going to be looking pretty good, I guess. There's finally an additional normal. Okay, sure. All right, guys, here we go. So now we're on to a good rotation. So we have Slug fully built up. We're going up. Yep, perfect. Okay, so oh, he's double supering. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, nice. Actually, we got this up. Yeah, let's just take a look at Slug. Let's look at what we got here. So we've done 4 attacks, 3 supers. We've been hit 7 times. We've only dodged once, so the dodge hasn't been too much in play so far. Now, when we get hit 5 times with Slug, we're going to proc his Scouter, Slug as a Scouter. Now, in the hardest fights in the game right now, the 4 major fights, I don't think Slug Scouter is going to be too helpful. Let's just go through the fights. Gogeta, if you could have a Scouter against Gogeta right away, that's so good. Gogeta and Janemba having a Scouter right away is massive. In my experience in those fights, it is a complete circus where they may or may not be super attacking. It's tough keeping up with where they're supering, Gogeta and Janemba. That is a real big issue, right? So Scouters right away can help, but by the time Slug is going to get a Scouter, you're probably not going to get it at all in Gogeta. Janemba hits a little bit more. Maybe we could get it, but it's just not, like, you're not going to see the Scouter in those fights. So it's like you know, giving him dodge to not avoid the Scouter, worthless in the current tough fights. Then there's Goku and Frieza. Slug has the same condition as Evolution Blue Vegeta. I mean, those who have watched at all know what I'm talking about, but it is so hard to build up particular characters in the Goku and Frieza fight because of the bam after bam after bam toxic mechanics in that fight. So we're probably not going to see that for where the Scouter will be really useful against 17 and Golden Frieza. And the Scouter does nothing against Goku and Frieza because they super attack statically in the same spot. And then Bulma will always have the Scouter up when we need it regardless anyway, right? Like, it doesn't... Him having dodge is not going to keep him from getting the Scouter up against Bulma. Bulma hits a lot at the start of the fight, and she doesn't hit that. She doesn't hit hard enough to punish Slug. So it'll be easy to have Slug Scouter up in Bulma. So it's like, that's why, like, Slug has a Scouter, but the way his condition and the way these fights are set up currently, it doesn't really do much in the hardest fights. If we want to go to, like, some weak-ass bitch fight, like, yeah, you know, the Scouter could be really good, but, I mean, it's a much weaker fight anyway. Now, we'll see once, like, 10th anniversary hits, because it is true that once the 10th anniversary hits, you know, structure of the fights and stuff like that could change. Maybe it'll be more meaningful. We'll see how it's going to work. Let's just pop Slug's active right here. There's no reason not to. This is the last phase. Slug's active is kind of like the worst part of his kit. It doesn't really have much of a purpose besides, I guess, being able to build him up a little bit faster if our HP is low, I guess. So we could do this either when HP is 60% or less, or starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. And he massively raises attack temporarily and does ultimate damage. He doesn't, like, stack attack from his super attack effect to, like, increase the damage from this or anything. Again, the best value I could see is, you know, maybe turn 1 we take a lot of damage against, like, Gogeta or something like that. Then turn 2 we could pop his active, we'll have it, you know, right away, and then maybe he triple supers, and then he's fully built up, maximum stats just immediately on turn 2. That's probably the best value I could see from Lord Slug's active. So let's go ahead and pop this right here. We have a great rotation, obviously. Damn, that actually did a little bit more. What? Huh? Damn, Slug. My guy. What the fuck? I didn't think he was gonna hit, like, I think he was gonna have a boomstick like that. God damn. Maybe those crits. I mean, you guys, like, I made sure to give him crits. We're getting crits. You know, I could see a little bit of value from crits. I mean, like, a full crit build is not going to be like, oh, we're winning now because we're getting full crits every attack. I mean, that's not really how it works, but so far, so good. I'm liking the way the build is looking. So, 1.16, huh? I mean, in terms of links, we've got, you know, everything except for Namekians up. We have Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses. I mean, LR Janemba, guess what? LR Janemba's got a really nice spot he can be in. Janemba is also getting supported by Angela and Metamaka, by the way, because they support extreme class allies first, then demonic power. So they are at least getting some stats from the support. So this is a really good rotation. I don't, like, I hope, so I've explained this before, dodge is really good for winning, but maybe not so good for showcasing. I would prefer Slug just eat these supers. Pretty sure it's going to be hard double digits or very close to it. In a turn like this, I mean, we could easily probably, depending upon the boss, we could get Slug in slot 1 and Genemma slot 2. 27? Huh. Okay. Sure. 28. Sure. Okay. Hidden potential system. Additional normal. That's why I don't go too crazy about additionals. Yep. No, please. Eat the next one. No, dude. That's the best case for winning, but... okay, so we're going to have to just hop right back in then. God damn it. It's good for winning, not for showcasing. God damn it. Well, okay, but... I mean, at the same time, though, I mean, a lot of motherfuckers, you know, guys, should I pull up the tweet of my build? And then, you know, we crit on the active skill, we triple attack, we dodge 2 super attacks. Like, I just, at a certain point, I mean, every creator is always going to have a lot of crying, right? Like, it's going to happen to everyone. Like, I'm not special. I'm not the only person who has to, but like, I mean, we could just look at like some of the stuff we're saying. I mean, you know, like you just go through, like, yeah, I don't agree, it's ass. Oh yeah, this would be hard to replicate because of our crypts, that's true. Speaking in French, I'm sure they're saying I'm horrible, right? But like, you know, you just go through and they go, oh no, it's terrible. It's like, guys, like, you know, keep saying it's terrible. I'm gonna keep doing it because the shit I do in this game works. It works. But at the same time that it is true that it does work. We did double dodge the super attacks, unfortunately. So I'm gonna hop right back in here. I think we're probably gonna kill UI Goku on this turn right here. We've got, you know, all these kids are gonna go crazy with their attacks and shit. So all right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to just cut, and we'll come back. We'll just get a little bit more footage of Lord Slug. I mean, we have mostly seen, I mean, pretty much everything Slug does. The one thing I would say about Slug, he's not like a super complex character. He does stun on his super attack effect. I guess I haven't pointed that out yet. He does have that. I mean, he is healing at the end of the turn. Which, you know, something that is helped by his domain. I think in this video, I do want to show, yet again, how Slug, his domain, or Slug's intro, which gives him that extra 33% damage reduction for the rest of the battle, as well as the 200% attack for the rest of the battle, does activate even if his domain is not able to go up. I do want to show that. Alright, so here's the friend Slug. I mean, he's only, what, 79%? Links were not Link level 10. So, I mean, he might take a bit of damage. I mean, at 295. My Slug, of course, would take almost nothing. I mean, here's the difference between my Slug and the friend one. Big Bad Bosses is up now, though. Let's see. Let's see the difference with Big Bad Bosses now up. Wait, did it not go up? Dude, oh my god. Okay, like, bro. Alright, okay, yeah, you guys, you motherfuckers see, okay, the difference between my unit and the friend unit, okay? We see it. We all see it. We see it. Wait, actually, I'm coming back because we'll get to see his healing at the end of the turn right there. Boom. So healing at the end of the turn procced up. We could have Slug in slot 1 and just finish the fight off right here. So, you know, we're going to get, you know, some solid support. We got Kid Buu up. Let's just go ahead and have Goat Slug finish this off. Again, I do want to hop just right back into the same fight because I do want to be able to... see Slug tank that UI Goku super attack. I think it's pretty important that we actually get that in. Slug is pretty good, though. I think it seems pretty clear to me that Slug is, like, the third best, I think, DOKKANFEST STR. I'd probably still just go Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, in Fat Buu. I think Slug comes in at 3, and then probably, like, Tech Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta at 4, maybe Roshi 5, maybe Namek Vegeta 6. Something like that. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let me hop back in, though. The other thing, too, I do want to show is I do want to get that same rotation where I have Int Broly do his active domain turn 1, and then we see Slug's intro still proc on, or his intro still proc on turn 2, even though he can't have his domain up. I just like to keep getting proof of that in the videos, right? Just for the sake of it. All right, guys, so here we are, turn 1. I mean, yeah, I guess this is... Oh, this is a great turn right here. We could just hide Kid Buu completely. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. That's great. All right, let's just get a couple of more rotations. I do just want to show my Lord Slug, you know, who's actually built up and stuff like that. I want to put him in front of that Tech UI Goku super attack. Hopefully, Slug... Where Slug's dodging is going to be really clutch, again, would be like Gogeta. Super Gogeta, Super Janemba. That's where we're going to want him dodging. All right, so he does... okay, slot 1 is going to be a little bit iffy for him. I mean, when he builds up, maybe because this UI Goku hits pretty weak. So 300k right there is really bad, actually. That's horrible. But, like, once he builds up a little bit... I mean, to be fair, though, we took 300k, and we have both Slugs on rotation, so we're going to, like, full heal, aren't we? Are we below 6? There's hidden potential system, additional normal, 2 for 2, 2 for 2, 2 for 2, you smart asses. Oh my god, let me find those comments down there saying, you gotta go additional. I mean, yeah, I know we are still building up, but still additional normal, additional normal, additional normal. Yeah, sorry, I'm not fucking obsessed with giving characters additionals when all they do is normals every time, dude. Every time. Normal, 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 normal. Alright, anyway. Let's watch the healing. That's what I want to show right here. Okay? Oh, and the friend gets the hidden potential system additional super. How nice. How nice for him. Very good. Alright, let's see. That's that healing, daddy. Yeah. 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 Pour it on me, Slug. Let's go. Slime me, baby. Oh! Damn! Look at that healing. Alrighty, guys. Back for our next turn. What do we want to do here? I guess we'll keep Kid Buu. Please don't kill Kid Buu for me. Although this is going to be a good turn for Kid Buu. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of his links up. Now that Slug has attacked a couple of more times, he could probably tank a little bit better in slot 1. But at the same time, he could tank a little bit better in slot 1. But UI Goku's damage also goes up every single turn, too. We've been hit 4 times, so 1 hit and we'll have the Scouter up. Okay. In this fight, you know, we can get the Scouter, you know, easy peasy. Remember, every fight is going to be structured differently with how the attacks are targeted and stuff like that. I will say, though, one thing that's potentially good for Slug, you know, he's not going in slot 1 against Super Gogeta. Duh. But, like, a lot of these other bosses, I mean, we could probably, like, risk it. Get him in slot 1, let him, you know, maybe get that Scouter, and then he will, even if he does take damage, he'll live, and then he will heal at the end of the turn. Alright, so we have the Scouter up. Hopefully Kid Buu does not get sunned right here. We've seen it 1,000 times in this fight. Okay. Oh, phew. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Alright. Goat Slug in front of this Superman. He's about to eat that shit for nothing. Alright, gamers. What do we got? So, remember, we got our Scouter up this time. We have Goat Slugs active. Looks like there's 1 super. Are we going to be 3 for 3 for dodging supers? I feel like we might be. I think I'm going to play this. It's his showcase. Let's get the animation in here again. Alright, so there was the damage that we did. Okay. I mean, that would be over the threshold against Goku and Frieza, huh? That matters, I guess. That actually is pretty big. Alright, let's see. Goat Slug. Do you have it like that for us right here, my boy? Let's see if he does. Alright, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. But yeah, I like Lord Slug a lot. He seems like a really good Dokkan Fest. The banner unit is good too. Because the difference between Vegeta and like Slug, I don't know if I could explain it as good as I should be able to since it's my job, but Slug is just like he's just okay. Additional normal, yep. Every turn, a hidden potential system additional normal, guys. Sorry, I'm not obsessed with hidden potential system additionals. Please let it hit. Okay, cool. This was after a double normal though. I mean, he probably still gonna barely take damage from it. Yeah, okay. That's after a double normal too. Okay. Okay. So Slug is just like I don't know. He's basic, but basic works really well. I've seen this discussion before where people like they want like, oh, more interesting kits and shit like that. And when they do that, they create characters like Catapesla who suck and are worthless. Right? When they do like Slug is kind of just like a I mean I love him. I have no like I don't care about make him more exciting. Like, nah, I'll take good. And that's what Slug is. But you know, you could say Slug is kind of just like boring, right? Like he's just like damage reduction, he's got an additional, right? Like it's just like big stats, good links, you know, stuff like that. But that works really well towards actually like beating the bosses. Vegeta, you know, just as the, you know, Dokkan, I compare the same type of unit to the same type of unit. Namek Dokkanfest Vegeta. He just has like a million moving parts. He has weirdness with turning the full field of orbs into orbs. He has a very difficult to obtain ability where, you know, his crit and a little bit of extra defense, you know, an inconsistent HP condition. His team is also not as strong as Slug's. We do have Tech Broly like usual, but I like this team, and we could build this in so many different ways. This team is just so much better than Vegeta's team. Vegeta's team, it's like, you know, if things go perfectly, Vegeta could look good, could perform really well. He could dominate the Goku and Frieza fight completely. But, like, you know, a lot of times there's huge issues with the team. You know, a lot of the videos we did over October, what was the bad one? I think it was Vegeta's video himself. We really, really struggled quite a bit. But, yeah, Slug, you know, while he is, like, boring and pretty, like, basic, that shit works. It just works. Okay, so, I mean, we've pretty much seen, we've seen a lot of his abilities. I mean, I guess the one thing we kind of haven't displayed yet is that he does have a 70% chance to stun when he supers, which, remember, could be very good for Super Battle Road type situations or Battlefield setting, right? Like, that's very effective, being able to have a stun chance like that. Obviously, he does have his good link sets. The domain, I guess I didn't talk about enough here. You know, right? He gives the 15% attack and use a demonic power category enemies and allies. Now, remember, his category does include, like, all Gohans and stuff like that. But, like, if we run Beast Gohan, we could easily. But he is going to take 15% extra damage because he's an Earthbred fighter, and then also another 10% extra damage because he's super class. So it's like all these Gohans take 25% extra damage because of the domain. I do wish domains, they didn't have to make it to where it nerfs, like, some members of the team. Because Beast is great for the same reason Tech Broly is great. In that you could just, he has no restrictions, big, strong, beefy, you know, solid character. You know, but, like, Beast is going to take a lot more damage on this team. Just straight up raw damage. I think it's going to need to be a really nasty boss for it to actually, you know, connect and do the scary damage. But, you know, you guys get what I'm saying there. Okay. So, again, we've pretty much shown, like, a lot of the aspects of Slug's kit and stuff like that I wanted to. We saw a good effect from the heal. We saw the Scouter, right? We saw him, you know, Slug get to nearly a 30 million attack stat. Like, we saw a lot of really good turns from Lord Slug. Let's go. I do want to do another run. In all these videos with Slug, I've shown this off. I want to show it off again, where we use Broly to activate his domain turn 1. And then we have Slug on turn 2 and prove that his intro will still proc. The reason this is important is it's proof that Slug has his extra attack and damage reduction, even if he can't actually trigger his domain. And what happens is, you know, so Slug will use his intro, and, you know, his attack buff goes up, his damage reduction goes up, and then his domain is kind of just queued, and it just procs as soon as it's available to. I mean, I don't... It feels like Slug works differently than other domain characters. Because, again, his domain, it's just queued to proc as soon as there's no other domain up. So, I mean, maybe moving forward, they could do that with characters. Like, imagine you could transform with AGL Broly, and then his domain is just queued to go up. So then, you know, once, you know, maybe Int Broly's domain goes away, then AGL Broly's domain would proc when he's on rotation, because it's queued to go up. That would fix the issues if they would just do it like that. I mean, that would work really well. So we'll see. But I just want to, you know, show proof in the video. Actually, let's get this rotation, because this is Slug's, like, I think this is, like, the best situation for him right here, is something like this. So let's go ahead and see what Slug could do. Maybe, well, I guess, like, if we were really trying to max him out, I mean, Garlic Jr. is not exactly good for, like, any content, pretty much, but Garlic Jr. in slot 1 probably would actually work a little bit better, because Garlic Jr. does have a lot of those same links that Janemba does. All right, so 23 right there, sure. Oh, we don't have the domain up right now. The other Slug's domain is not up. Okay, but still, good to get this rotation in. Super. Okay, good. All right, can we get a hidden potential system additional super for the first time ever in this video? He has 50 hidden potential system additional normals. No additional, okay. Eat the super for double digits again, or are we dodging? What are we doing? Okay. Double digit me? Slug again? Show that greatness. Oh, yeah! Alright, guys, here we go. So, we can go ahead and proc in Broly's active skill here, which is going to activate his domain. And then we can, next turn, see Lord Slug's intro still proc, even with someone else's domain up. I just like to get this in the video. And there we go. Perfect, right? So, we could see Broly's domain is up right here. The Natade Village in Destruction or Flames or whatever. Lava of Natade Village. And Slug still gets his intro up. So, there we go. Pretty good. Yeah, just finishing up here. I think Slug is an amazing Dokkan Fest. Very good. He leads a strong team. He's got good links. He's just a strong character. Sometimes we could kind of go slate with him in slot 1. A lot of the times probably not going to be the smartest, but that is also helpful too. I mean, to be fair, there are certain turns where Vegeta, you know, again, just comparing Slug to the last Dokkan Fest TR, could get into slot 1 too if he gets his active up and you have, you know, basically 50% dodge, 50% damage reduction in slot 1. But Slug is really quite an impressive character. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.